Nerd could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerd could rise up. It could get elevated.
Bump, 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 bump,
Nerdcore used to be just a made-up word.
Oh, no.
No, well, close. I don't know what I was going for. We're back.
We're back.
We're liars. We didn't get to record any last week.
Storms.
Easter happened, and then
Easter.
storms, and then Kyle's still in the middle of esports, so he has no time right now.
Yeah, but we're almost done. Unless
So
my
we
kids
might
do
be able
really
to get
good.
caught up soon.
So, but we may also be done. So,
We're not going to promise another episode this week in case we can't deliver again, but we're gonna try because we need to catch up because Fallout starts this week too.
I know. I'm so excited for that.
So let's jump right into this because I got softball here in about an hour.
All right, let's get going.
So welcome to Every Man's Guide to Nerddom, where we are two 40-something-year-olds who talk about pretty much whatever we want. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kyle. If you guys like to be a part of the community, there's a link down in the show notes below for our Discord server. Join the Discord server. It's a nice free little application that you can use on your phone or your tablet or your computer. And there's all kinds of conversation going on in our server about anything and everything nerdy that you would like to know about. Very community-driven conversations. We're just there, and you guys have all the talks. So hop in there. All kinds of things to talk about: comics, anime, ball sports, video games, movies, whatever you like, whatever your
WrestleMania,
whatever your flavor of nerddom is. There's somebody in there that will share that with you and talk with you about it, or tell you, that you're wrong. Chove. So there's that. There's the intro.
Oh,
also,
speaking of wrong,
Yeah.
let's go on that real quick before you finish this. We called it the last time we recorded 2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
When we fucked up a bunch of stuff. Well, I fucked up a bunch of stuff. And we're like, oh, B-Rob's going to rip us to shreds. Guess what happened?
B-Rob ripped to shreds.
Yep. He was driving to Kansas City for work. And, Yep.
It's okay. It's B-Rob.
Yeah, it's B-Rob. But okay, continue, sir.
Oh, also, we're on Twitch occasionally. Chris on the Nerve, Guyver Unit 01, GUIVERUNT 01, myself under KSIG, K_SIG, playing indie games, horror games, community games, party games, all the games. So come like and subscribe and follow and all those things and check us out. Also, same thing for wherever and however you're watching or listening to this. Make sure you hit that like and follow and all that so you can get the alerts when we do put the new episodes out. Helps with the algorithms. Leave a little comment. Tell us what you like on them.
We would appreciate it.
Mhm.
We're trying to grow. My sister started this podcast in the Dallas area about it's, of course, her company buys her everything.
Yeah.
Because it's a company sponsored one, and it's about, I don't even know what she really does, like something with mortgages and stuff. And so they're talking about that stuff. And she's growing with leaps and bounds. So good for her, but
Anything money related, people just dive into.
Yeah, but it got me the competitive juices flowing. It's like, we need to grow some more. Sponsor us, someone.
Your sister's mortgage company, sponsor us.
Sister's mortgage. Someone. Giving up on chassis.
Welcome to Friendly Sister Mortgage Company.
But I still love the product. So, all right. So we are diving into Bad Batch episode 6, titled Infiltration. This was a great episode. I got some theories on it.
I'm excited.
Let's go. So we're looking out at what looks to be Agrabah. Did you see the what I was talking about? Look.
Yeah.
Arabian Nights. So we're looking. It's a fabulous here. And then we've got the poo gas coming from the sewage.
Yeah, always the poo gas. They
And then
really
we're
do a
looking.
good job of painting that. Yeah.
They really are. And obviously we know we see this hooded figure, but we see like these gauntlets and they've got this blue. So who was your first thought who it was?
That would be the Dark Brotherhood.
Okay, close. Who would your second thought be? Who this was?
With the cloak and the gauntlets.
And the with the blue stripe on him.
Oh, I thought that was he's gonna be like Rex or one of the other clones that were helping like move people around,
Yep. I thought it was Rex.
doing sneaky stuffs.
So sneaky, and then all of
Mhm.
a sudden we see that clone in a crosshair, but it's
Or
not sharpshooter.
or I thought it could have been like, you know, a Assassin's Creed crossover with
Enzo,
Enzo.
Enzo, Enrique Palazzo.
God, I haven't
Maybe
played those
that's
games
it.
in so long.
I love those games.
I would love to play back through them. Anyway, so we got
Okay,
a hooded figure in a crosshair. We don't have
In a
crosshair in a
crosshair.
crosshair, but we see
but it is a
weapons-
hooded figure.
yeah.
And it's a pretty cool looking outfit, whatever this assassin's wearing. It kind of looks like a droid, like one of those assassin droids.
Yeah, we saw that before, wasn't it, like season 2? That look.
That sounds right.
Yeah, so now we've got an alien headed looking droid thing, Wilford Brimley, and
We've seen that guy
we have
from season 2. He was the separatist, like, counselor. Let's look that up real quick.
I kind of remember
They were on the planet that was loyal to the separatists still,
yeah, and I can't remember his name.
and they blew up the tank, I think.
He wasn't Singh, was he? No.
That might be it.
Could have been. I don't even have my Wikipedia up yet. Anyway,
Here, I'm bringing this up. You talk about this.
okay, so
He's a senator.
Yeah. So he's got I turned my headphones down. He's got a basically a security detail with him. They're moving towards the, that's the Senator Clear. I kind of had a pretty good idea of where they were going. Whenever they were, who we saw, the
Right.
planet. I knew that they were going to go see the Chuchi. I had a pretty good feeling anyway, because we hadn't seen her in a bit. We do in a minute, but
oh, you're right. It is Singh.
he is Singh. Okay,
Singh. It is from the planet Raxus, and it's his droid GS8.
GS8 droid.
Raxus is the capital of the Confederacy of Independent Systems and served as the meeting place for Padme Amidala and her friend, Separatist Senator Mina Bontari. And then the clone trooper, that was a Clone X trooper, also called Sniper X and Shadows, are clone troopers who have been brainwashed into forgetting everything about themselves in order to work as clone assassins for the Empire.
Gotcha.
And that is Rex. Dun, dun, dun.
Ba-da-da-da.
So they're walking in, and we know that this is a safe house because there's these little blue guys in these uniforms. Which, did you know who they were going to be guarding from last season?
I had a pretty good idea.
So it was Senator Chuchi, Senator Chuchi. So yeah, it's Senator Chuchi.
Gotta throw the ch in there, Chuchi.
Chuchi. I like the Chuchi. Wait.
Accurate.
Yeah, of course it's right. Yeah, accurate. And she's still fighting, it looks like, for the clones. And
Yes.
she's saying, Senator Sin, is it Singe?
I think it's Singh.
Thank you for meeting with me. If you remember, their planets were enemies during the Clone Wars.
Yeah. Yeah, they were at odds. Opposite sides during the Clone Wars. But I think since, what was it? She basically came out as a clone rights activist.
Yep.
I mean, really, yeah.
No, she really was a clone rights activist.
She's a clone rights activist. So, and then seeing, starting to see the Empire for what it is. Now they're having to try to work together, against the greater enemy.
Yep. Well, and so I know I think we talked about this last season. So Singed.
I think it's
Sing
Singh.
song. I'm gonna keep messing this up. Sing is very, they modeled their planet after the I'm gonna say like colonial India.
Yeah.
Because he's got that big mustache. He's, darker skin. He's got the same, very similar to the military outfits worn at the time from the Indian Army. Not like Star Wars, like, Earth, India.
Mm-hmm.
So I just thought,
Was he wearing a fez or a fez-like thing?
I don't know what they're exactly called. It's not a fez though.
Oh, okay. Well, that hat
That's
though
like
is
that's like the military hat
yeah,
and a monocle. Very important.
very important indeed.
But he's got the sash. That's what I think reminds me most with the hat.
The hat, the monocle, the sash, the facial hair, like it's a whole thing.
Yeah. The unibrow.
He's got
Very big caterpillars.
got the mustache to sideburns thing going. The
Yeah.
swoop. Yeah.
Swoop. So Chuchi's pouring him some tea. You think it's chai?
I think it's boba.
Chu chai?
I think it's boba tea.
It's boba. But I'm glad that they didn't say chai tea, because chai literally means tea.
It's TT.
So it's TT.
Like an ATM, it's like an ATM machine.
ATM. Chuchi's like, you want to see my TT? Senator.
Negotiations have begun.
Dun, dun, dun. So Singh is, he said, I'm surprised that you set this up considering, our planets were at war not too long ago. And she's like, I think that we both have, basically, she's saying, I think we both have a common enemy. The separatist Senate no longer exists, but our desire for true independence has not faded, is what he says. Mm-hmm. And she's like, that is a growing sentiment among my people as well. And she's like, there are whispers the Emperor is concerned that planets and systems may unite and oppose him. Well, she's right.
Yeah. Takes a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're seeing, it's cool because we see all these different little facets of the rebellion starting up, and it wasn't necessarily like one unified person, like, well, you got to stand up. It's like all these people that were not happy for obvious reasons, and eventually coming together. Of course, that also leads for potential failure down the road, but still cool seeing how all this started coming together.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. All these little unexplored stories that we never saw.
So, the Emperor is concerned that planets and systems may unite and oppose him. Here is, I think, the big theme for upcoming stuff. Singh is saying that would be difficult to do with no unifying leaders on our side. We're at a disadvantage. We haven't seen Mon Mothma yet. We've seen Bail Organa, but he hasn't united anyone. So, well, big factions. So now we know, hey, the Emperor is the unifying faction for the Empire. We have nothing.
Yeah.
We need something this is going to be hard to do.
Yeah, they got to have some cohesion. I mean, he recognized that. And when he was saying this, I kind of felt like he was trying to put his little hat in the ring, his little tall red hat, to start seeding his vie for power, possibly.
Right.
That's kind of how I felt.
I agree.
He was, but he seemed like the type that would do that.
So I think this is another really important part that Chuchi says. Mostly because the fact she's wrong. Yes, but the Emperor needs to be cautious. Public opinion can sway on him, or can turn on him quickly. Mm-hmm. As we know later in the Star Wars universe, Emperor doesn't give a fuck.
No.
You go against him, he'll kill you.
This is a very small step to the big master plan.
Yep. And he'll send Vader after you.
Mm-hmm.
Or the Inquisitors.
Yep. And I just really do like how all this is starting to get fleshed out, where we're seeing that. I mean, yeah, it was all a vie for power, and from this run of the series, not necessarily, we're not seeing it's not like political power, but it's like infinite life power. That's like that's the big play for all of it. It's not necessarily controlling people. I mean, it is, because that's the means to the end of what he's trying to achieve. Right. Immortality. But still cool seeing how like all this starts playing out and the mastermind of it, just knowing take all these little steps to get there.
Oh, it's extremely cool. I really like that.
Mhm.
Okay. And of course, B Rob's calling me in the middle of this. That asshole heard we were talking about him.
Yep.
Here, let me text him. Tell him, leave me alone. Not leave me alone. That we're recording. So can you get this, sir?
Mm-hmm. And so, I mean, she's basically saying that he know or that the emperor cannot strike out openly because that's going to really sway the public opinion right now. He's still holding some power, and they know disrupting that will, bring the wrath down. So I think it's just this kind of this slow building of the covertness of their planning, getting it there. So now we see the what do you say it was, a CX? Yeah,
The CX.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sniper making his way through like some tunnels and through. It looks like the Avengers A on that little manhole thing.
Avengers. It's Avengers manhole.
Mm-hmm. And just making his way into position because he's sent there to assassinate. So, I mean, this is just enough to know that the Emperor knows what's going on.
Yep.
He knows
And he
they're
just
meeting.
killed Greer.
Yeah. Did he kill him or just knock him out?
He killed him.
No, sorry, Greer.
Oh, I think he's knocked out. I don't know. He choked him.
It showed. And so, I mean, it just shows that how aware the Emperor is of everything that's going on.
Yeah.
It's just how much time and effort he wants to put into it or how big of a threat he sees it being. I don't think he knows like directly the ins and outs of it. But anyway, so the CX makes his way into the kitchen where they're meeting and throws what do he throw? It's not a detonator. Does he throw like a little smoke bomb thing?
It is a. Oh no, that's a detonator. It's
Yep,
not
it
a
was a
thermal
detonator.
detonator. That's
Yeah.
a grenade.
Yep, he tried to nade him.
If that was
So
a
again-
thermal detonator, that whole area would be gone.
This is cool because this is another when we talk about the animation of this with them moving through like the fire and the smoke and all that, how realistic it looks.
Yeah.
How cool it looks. They get to the tunnels, it's more kind of cartoony looking again. But anytime they get a chance to use like lights and shadows and reflection stuff, it looks so cool.
Like with the flashlights there. And look at the steam.
Yeah.
And the way it hits off of them when they're running through it, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. All the cool attention. I mean, I like that there still is a little bit of cartooniness left in, but man, so much of it is well done. So the CX trooper gets stun blasted.
And he's at the top tower where he was originally.
Mm-hmm. I think that's going to be his extract.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Mhm.
Call down the ship from there.
Yep.
He got caught by a trooper on a bike, flying bike, because it's the future.
Got flying motorcycles now.
I want a flying motorcycle.
And so, yeah, your first one is one of the shadows that they keep running into. So, there's a lot of that going on. I guess covert operations coming from the Emperor's side for like assassinations and things like that. It's not all big blast, bang, bang, pew, pew. Like there's some really like cloak and dagger stuff going on.
So they're flying back to their base and they're talking to Chuchi and he's basically telling her, hey, it's dangerous. You need to keep out of sight.
Yeah.
And she's like, thanks. One of the troopers goes, you think he'll cooperate? And Rex is like, no, we're going to try though. They found some sort of mint.
It's a cookie?
Is that a cookie with mint? With mint frosting on it? They found it's a puck. And Rex said, have Fireball, find out what's on it before we get back to base camp. So he's still with Fireball, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm. Fireball. Ugh. Anyway.
Not for Kyle.
Not for me. But is that the same type of data pucks that they would give like bounty hunters and like and the like? It looked like it.
Yeah, I bet it is. With the information. We see this way out planet out in the outer rim. troopers patrolling all around, patrolling. I had a nip earlier. And then we'll call that one Rockabilly Trooper. Look at his sideburns.
They're pretty sweet though.
They are pretty sweet. He's like, ha ha, ha ha.
Reverend Clone.
Reverend Clone Fireball.
Mm-hmm.
We see the Shadow Trooper locked up, and then we see other troopers sitting there next to him. Like,
broke down all of his gear.
Yeah. Like, did you extract the device? Like, the electro capsule was implanted in one of his teeth, just like you said. If you remember from last season, that's how they killed themselves, in the teeth.
Mm-hmm. The little zappy cyanide.
They bit down on it. Mm-hmm. Like, you'd think they'd just give them cyanide instead of like electrocuting them. It's like, here, this is going to be the most painful way possible we can think of to kill you.
Just right to the brain.
Yeah, and just bite down on it.
Well, cyanide would suck too. Don't they usually like foam at the mouth and all that? There's probably not an easy way to whatever.
That's for another episode.
That's for another episode. Yeah.
Where we tell you the best ways for a clone to kill himself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Stay tuned.
Except not in May. That's Clone Awareness Month.
Yes, we're coming up on that very quickly.
Very, very quickly.
I don't know what color ribbon that is.
Peace be to clones.
Peace be to clones.
So they're asking, what did the Empire do to him? And he wakes up in the shadow and he's going,
where's my zappy tooth?
Yeah. Like, what's your name, trooper? And he just kind of looks down. He's like, Rex is telling him, listen, no matter what they did to you, no matter what you've done, you're still a clone. Still one of us. One of us. One of us.
Still trying to reach out and, still using that brother, angle to things.
Brother.
Listen, brother. We're all in this together.
All right, brother.
If you're not with us, you're against us, but you're still our brother.
And then Clonomania's running wild on you, brother. When we see one of the commandos walking into this room with another shadow sitting there, and he goes, why have I been activated? One of the other operatives has gone dark. His internal homing device remains intact, so we know he's alive. Uh-oh.
So they're tagged.
Yep. They got Apple Airtags on them now.
Mm-hmm. Do you often lose your clone assassin? Good news.
Are you wanting to stalk that target effectively? Good news.
Good news ever. Yeah. It's like they got like clone jack on him. Not like low jack, but he's just.
They got a clone version that's another 99 on Clone Force 99, except it looks like Professor Farnsworth. He's the new tech. And he's like, good news, everyone. These tags are suppositories. He's gone.
Or whenever we lose your ass, we can find you.
Bender's an assassin droid.
He's like an IG. Yeah, he would be an
He'd be an IG model.
I want to see that crossover now because Family Guy did it.
Season 12 is about to start.
What was that? What was that Family Guy's run? It was Blue something.
Blue Harvest.
Blue Harvest, yeah. I already watched those.
Those are great.
That's so good.
Okay. And he says, my orders. And it's like, he's been compromised, track him down and neutralize him. Oh, good. Let's just kill him then.
Mm-hmm. Assassinate the assassin.
Assassin. Go ahead and take this real quick.
So basically they're questioning, asking where he's based at, Coruscant, Daro, Tantus. And when he says Tantus, the guy raises his eyebrow a little bit, so they know, like, oh, okay, that's it. And through the questioning, like, we know about Tantus, we know what was going on there, the basically the brainwashing, and were you one of them? And the shadow fella just not talking. No. Talk. Can't make me talk. I don't know.
Very tight-lipped.
Very tight-lipped clone. And so as they're interrogating, Rex gets called out. And he was told that the data puck had registered, and that he was actually after Singh, But also on his list was
I'll be right back, Kyle. Keep going.
Omega. So he's letting them know, like, hey, when you contact Hunter, when you contact Echo, when you let them know what's going on, he's being told to bring them there. And Ray said, well, we don't want to get them involved. And being told it's too late for that. Crosshair's with him. This is their chance to question him. So they're really wanting to dive into more on what Crosshair's got going. It's interesting to still see there's some dissent against, Crosshair, which, I mean, he did him wrong, obviously. But he hasn't really talked a lot. So I know Rex is wanting, Rex and his crew would like some of that information for sure. And so then we cut back, and we're watching, the Bad Batch and the newly formed crew with Batcher and everyone falling through. Now this is cool. We've talked about this before. We see Crosshair like chewing on his toothpick like he does. And we've talked about Omega like emulating those that she's around. And if you look at that, you see that she's mimicking him. And we've talked about.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, right there. We've talked about her being like force sensitive and picking up on traits and stuff of others. If that's part of what she does with her force sensitiveness, or if that's just her being a kid and trying to find her way.
Right. One, if you look, it's even the left hand and the right hand under there, propping it up.
Oh yeah, she's watching him to do it, just like him. And she does this like almost every episode when she's close to somebody. I'm gonna put Charlie in his crate because he won't stop barking.
Okay.
I know the mic's picking it up.
You're good. So they're talking about, I thought your rendezvous with Gregor was top priority. And Echo said, yeah, well, I'll pick him up after dropping you lot off. Okay, so here's kind of cool. I wonder if they were related. So Rex has the clone trooper Fireball. That captain that the Shadow was talking to, the clone commando, his name was Captain Scorch.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if they were, like same batch,
same unit
clones. Yeah.
Well, I wonder if they were related. They're all related.
They're all related. They look alike. Do you think they're related? And then look right here. That is going to be Wrecker's profile picture on his dating app. Clone for clone.
Why does he look like a wonky John Cena?
I don't know. Do. You can't say me. But yeah, it's just going to show him petting Batcher.
I'm good with animals.
I'm good with animals. I'm sensitive. I'm the sensitive one. Look me in my eye and say that.
We do need that. We need to create a record dating profile.
We need to do a dating profile for all the batch. I just think that would be hilarious.
That's our wrap-up episode. We made all their dating profiles.
Oh, that would be hilarious. Make little cards. Wrecker, the sensitive one.
Text have been like, should have found me sooner.
That text says, that's my seat.
That's my seat.
You're in my seat.
Space Sheldon.
And he's like, any idea why Rex wants us there so urgently? Echo tells him, it's got to be important if he's asking. He looks back at Omega and she's doing the crosshair thing. Hunter does, and he's just like, whatever.
He's like, whoa. He did the whoa look. Like, oh,
whoa,
she's picking
man.
up on that one now. Whoa, man. And so I'm kind of hoping that, we've seen her, like we've talked about picking up traits and stuff, and like maybe she learns how to shoot really well like him, or maybe, we're running out of episodes, so she can't learn a whole lot. But she does pick up on those pretty quick. Yeah. Yeah. Like May 1st is supposed to be season finale, and that's not very far away.
3 weeks.
If not sooner, if they keep pulling out the doubles.
Yeah. So they come out, and then Crosshair's like, they don't look very happy to see me, and Wrecker pushes him and laughs. He goes, like old times. Ha 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 ha. Rex is like, thanks for coming. And he looks at Omega and they just kind of smile at each other and nod and like, good to see you all. And then the guy next to him goes, I wish I could say the same. I have unfinished business with this one. It's like, remember me? Surprised I'm alive to, this is the crosshair.
Yeah.
Most of my squad on Ryloth is dead because of you. And it's Hauser.
Hauser.
And Rex is like, easy. We're all on the same side now. We have, you know, you got history. Great. He didn't buy you dinner, whatever. And he's like, we have something to show you. Come with us.
Who's
And
still
Echo's,
up there? Echo's still up there. Yeah. Like, see ya. Waving his nub at him.
He's waving his nub. He's like, hey. He's like, I was planning on giving this after I made a few more modifications, but now's a good time as any. AKA, I think you're probably gonna die.
Yeah, here's a weapon.
It's like an energy crossbow. Where'd you make it? And he's like, well, I found a few interesting contacts across the galaxy. And she's like, this is perfect. Thank you, Echo. So if you remember, she had the bow and arrow. It wasn't a crossbow last season.
Right.
Now she's got this one. I'm wondering if that plays any, like what it looks like, if it plays any, if it's part of any bigger picture.
Maybe they just wanted her to shoot something different for a season.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably, honestly, that's probably it.
Like, we're tired of animating this damn bow. Give her something smaller.
So, give her a bigger one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Go.
Yep.
And Echo's like, well, I won't be long. You better head inside and keep them in line. Nub salute.
She is kind of the peace police. Like, she's not the peace police, but like
Karma police. Karma police.
Come get this clone.
Arrested this clone.
But no, she is oddly seems to be the most level-headed and like well thought out one of the whole bunch. Whenever they're of the whole batch.
Of the whole batch. Okay,
Yeah.
do you think that's because she was allowed to grow at a normal pace instead of the accelerated? And because they were only taught war tactics.
She's allowed to grow at an adequate pace.
You know what I mean? At a medium pace.
Maybe. I mean, you know, she doesn't have the battlefield wherewithal like some of them do, but maybe her critical thinking is like coming along faster, or her negotiation. I mean, she picks up on stuff from everybody. So, and it could just
she
be
was
that.
raised by Nala Se.
Yeah.
So
She's just
you know,
not as
who's a
monotone.
scientist who does the critical thinking. So
Yeah,
who knows?
very practical. She is. I mean, she does get emotional, but
She's a teenage girl.
Has some good practicality about
Teenager.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not that just she's a girl, she's a teenager. Let me not call out one sex over the other.
But yeah, just a teenager. Yeah.
But yeah,
you're in for that soon, buddy.
What do you mean soon? It's already there. Got 3 months before full teen status, but it's already there and it sucks.
Yeah, have fun with that.
Okay. We see the Shadows ship going down.
What kind of
you know what the
ship
Shadow ship kind of looks like?
A triangle?
Well, besides that. Oh, let me see if I can find it.
Looks like a shrunk down destroyer almost.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, but more accurately. Here, you describe this and see if I can find it.
Okay. It's very red inside, like
Sithy.
It's very Sithy. It's got a lot of Sithness to it. There's something I don't understand. Okay, go back. When he was looking at his map, and I remember this when I was watching it last. So he spins in his chair and he goes to look at this little topographical map of where they're at, or where he's at. The Shadow is. And why is it shaped like that? It's like a trapezoid. That is not optimum map shape.
Well, if you remember, that's all the maps in Star Wars, though.
Why?
Remember, remember in the
know.
movies, like the Sith one and like the Jedi one?
Why? Okay, here, let me look here. Why are
Well, I was gonna
Star...
say his ship kind of looks like the scythe, the transport scythe, the Inquisitor ships.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a little bit.
Well, I
I
can't.
might be wrong.
I'm trying to look it up here. Like, surely I'm not the only one that thinks this. But, you know, whatever.
Look at this. So on Bing, when you do a search for pictures, you know, and look,
Mhm.
it has more inspirations from the web. So what my search was Star Wars Inquisitor ship, right?
Yep.
All these pictures of the ships, different kind of ships. Then you go down to the bottom, more inspirations from the web. There's a cat eating a strawberry, Windows XP,
Uh-huh.
Jerica Duncan biography,
Yep.
my interpretation of Stitch on the Beach, educational computer games,
Yep.
Sasha Grey wallpapers. And then right next to it, unbearably cute polar bear cubs.
Good job, Bing.
And
Really-
don't you people say this is my algorithm, because it's got a basketball player on there, De'Aaron Fox News stats. I don't watch basketball. I don't look up basketball.
You did that to throw it, like, you know what? This is going to throw them off.
I need to do basketball.
Yeah, it does kind of look like the Scythe, but with like the Scythe, or there's like the Arc Hammer was the big flagship.
Yeah.
They're separated at the front. I thought his was like a solid at the bow of the ship. It's not like forked or like a dual bow or whatever. But still kind of that same super dark angular, cool looking design.
So now we see him running through the forest. He hit his little it looks like those like Boba has and Din, the Mandalorian like targeting things that go down on their helmet. That's what it looks like.
Still looking up ships. I'm going to go out here and say that the Siths have the cooler looking ships.
And then, oh yeah, they do. And then I've got a theory on who this shadow is. We'll see if I'm right.
Oh, you're telling me about this before.
Yeah. They walk through, there's Rocka clone.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, ha, mama. He's like the Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo, the clones.
He's like, huh.
Hey there, Sithy Mama.
Hey, Sithy Mama. Ha. Oh, then they need like the Ed and Eddie clones. And then they need a clone of Batcher who's like Courage.
Just the whole like old school Cartoon Network version of all of them.
And then they go cartoon. And then another tech-like clone, except he's short and fat with glasses, and he just goes, "You are stupid."
I'm still looking for a chart of ships. I found a chart of twin ion engine variants.
Careful if you type in a chart of shards.
Chart. Ship size comparison. That's not what I wanted. Anyway.
Rex is saying, you know, there's another reason I sent for you. We recovered a target list from an Imperial operative, and Omega's on it. They open up, there's Omega. Not surprised she escaped Imperial custody. And he's like, so did you, but you're not on the list. You're not important.
Nobody cares that you're gone.
He's like, guess I'm not as valuable to them. And he goes, the other guy goes, you're feeding them information. And then they're arguing. It's like, you expect us to believe he was on Tantus for months and he doesn't know how to get back there. And Crosshair puts his toothpick back in and he's like, whether you believe me or not, it's the truth.
I'm going to say it creepily. And I'm going to say it once.
I'm going to look you in the eyes. But I'm not loyal to the Empire any longer. Your squad may trust you, but I don't, said the other crew.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's like, yeah, take that. And Omega comes in. She goes, what's going on?
Hey, fellas.
Yes. Crosshair's like, Empire's targeting you again. And Wrecker's like, no surprise there. Very good recycling that joke, Wrecker.
Yeah. Well, that's his go-to.
Yeah. And she's like, well, yeah, why'd they hold you in the first place? She's like, you know, to force Nala Say to cooperate. She's working on something involving M count. I think that's McDonald's. I don't know what that means, but they're taking blood samples.
What the deal is for today.
Yeah. It's like, you're about to lose 6,000 galactic credit points, so you better get a...
No, those points don't roll off. God, so the spicy McNuggets are back.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'd have to try those.
Yeah, they're like
Delish.
McDonald's version of tempura fried spicy McNuggets with, yeah.
No,
Still,
the Wendy's
gonna eat 'em.
nuggets are quite good, and their spicy ones are pretty decent. They're not very spicy,
Can we
but they're
do
pretty
just a
good.
whole episode of comparing fast food nuggets?
It's like this nugget is far superior. They do it in pickle juice.
I think this one's better, but that's just a theory. I mean, well, they're still doing that. Never mind.
It's made by sad clown children. Why does McDonald's nuggets taste the best? Because the tears of the clown children flavor them.
They're so salty.
They're so salty. This is what a tears of a clown is like.
I'm going to eat them now then.
Mm,
Stupid clowns.
fuck a clown.
Yeah. No.
Well, I've heard it mentioned before. No, we don't want to.
Oh.
Hey, Kyle.
Uh-uh. Honk, honk.
Honk, honk. Hey, Kyle. Want to come down here?
We all float down here.
We all float down.
No, we don't.
I'll make you float too.
Mm-mm. No.
I'm the leprechaun.
There's our Wayne's World. We haven't had a good Wayne's World one in a while.
No. But you see the shadow, he's putting detonators, or not detonators, explosives all over this base.
They're all about blowing stuff up.
They really are this episode.
Mhm.
And now we're back inside, and Omega's like, we got to go back to Tannis. We got to find a way to get him out. And Fireball comes in and goes, chow time. Gregor's recipe with a few of my own spicy modifications.
I made it extra spicy.
Extra spicy.
Echo came in and stirred it with his strong hand.
With my strong hand.
Echo could be the chef. Like he's basically.
Oh, he could.
got like a
he could put a
KitchenAid on his
beater
arm.
on it. Yes. He goes, hold on, guys.
The first thing you had to go with was the beater?
An egg beater.
Egg beater. I got one of those too.
Except they're not making any money right now being underground. So he had to get one of the old hand crank ones.
Which kind of defeats the purpose. I mean, I guess it was still.
We could have another episode of attachments Echo might get in the future.
From Ronco.
From Cinco.
Swaps it out. He's got like a little pocket fisherman that he can attach on the end of it.
He goes, hold on, I've got a can opener. Swiss Army Echo.
Worst Ronco inventions.
Ever.
It's the vomit whip. Turns vomit back into food. Fabulous nickel holder.
Okay, so this side I'm looking at said about the energy crossbow. He found one thanks to the interesting contacts he's made across the galaxy. Wonder who that could be.
You could have a Chop-O-Matic. Echo Showtime rotisserie. Just stick a chicken on it. Pocket fisherman. I'm down a rabbit hole. Sorry.
And then they need oh, what was the guy on TV? Billy, what was his name? They'll have Space Billy. He's like, hi, I'm Billy. What is it?
Oh, God. Hold on. The infomercial. I think of the right words to use. Billy Mays.
Billy Mays, yeah. It's Space Billy Mays. Hi, I'm Billy Space Mayday.
You got a hole in your spaceship? Flex seal.
Flex seal. Does your clone not want to work? Flex seal. Clone seal. Does your clone have a hole in it? Does it need patching up? When he drinks, does water come out like in the cartoons?
Bam. Flex seal.
Flex seal.
Are your droids not as shiny as they should be? ShamWow.
Droid wow. I'll start talking. He's talking. There's a division of clones trained as specialized operatives and initiated into a secret deep cover program run by Hemlock.
Mm-hmm.
Their identities are erased. They undergo conditioning. And this is Crosshair telling them this. The few that make it through come out different. He's like, if the program's so secretive, how do you know about it? And he's like, because they tried to make me into one of them. One of them. And he goes, tried? He goes, it didn't work. Being defective is in my nature. I loved that line.
Yeah. For once,
said-
his edginess paid off.
It did. And then he said, Hunter tells Rex, you've encountered one before, the one on Coruscant. And he said, Rex goes, we've known they've existed, just never knew exactly what they were.
They're people.
They're people. And he said, what aren't you telling us? He's like, well, we captured one.
We got a live one.
Got a live one. Oh, this is interesting. About the defective nature.
Yeah.
This statement by Crosshair seems to disprove the popular fan theory that Tech was captured by the Empire, made him into these shadows. Tech is equally as defective as Crosshair.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because we had a thought that maybe they were going to use him for something else.
Yep.
Okay. Possibly.
I can't go into who I think this clone is until after the next episode we do, though.
Okay.
And he's like, have you checked him? They have ways of checking for these operatives, and
You scan for a clone tag?
yeah,
Did you?
it's what it, and Gregor's like, we scanned him, he's clear. He's like, not kind of tracker your scans would pick up. It's a butt tag.
It is right in the pooper.
He said Hemlock is smarter than that. And then Rex is like,
Well, we messed up.
And then they just leave the doors unlocked. Like, no alarm. Shadow just opened, like, didn't even try and open the door first. He just hit the button and it opened. He's like, oh, okay.
Well, the way he's moving around is very Crosshair like.
Yeah.
You notice like how I guess because he's like lanky.
That's probably it.
Yeah.
Well, he's inside where they're all eating right now, and then Batcher's eating his Mantel chow, and then she kind of looks up for a sec.
Like, not while I'm eating.
No. And then he's got the crosshairs on Omega with his gun, with his blaster. She's very teen angst right now. She's like, my life sucks.
I'm stuck in a cave again.
I'm stuck in a cave again, okay? They need clone Mr. Mackey. Is who they need. Wouldn't that be great?
Sith are bad, okay?
Oh, yeah, Sith are bad, okay? This is our education program. And then Sith PC principal. I don't know. The Sith clone Mr. Mackey would be, or not Sith, the clone Mr. Mackey would be great.
Who's the other teacher or principal, or whatever?
Mr. Garrison?
No, Garrison was the principal. The teacher that he hooked up with, that Mackey hooked up with.
Miss Chokes on Dick.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Clone Chokes on Dick. Okay. I mean, Miss Makes Me Sick. That one. Oh God. Then they would need clone Mr. Garrison with clone Mr. Slave. Oh, that would be so great. Clone Mr. Garrison. You bitches. I would watch that.
Just
Matt and Trey, listen to our podcast and take this.
Some cantina somewhere ran by Big Gay Al.
They call
Hey,
Gay
fellas,
Al.
y'all want a drink? Yeah.
He breaks into a song and dance number like in the movie.
Yeah, they don't have the band there. It's just this big cabaret production.
I'm super. Thanks for cloning. Speaking of, that's being re-released this year for like the 25th anniversary.
The South Park movie?
The movie.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, and it's like the sing-along version.
My God.
In June. So I have got to go to that.
I can't believe that movie's been out that long.
I remember seeing it opening night.
Yeah, I saw it in theaters.
Yeah.
And that was one of the ones that you just watched over and over and over and over and over again.
I sound like a giraffe dying.
I may have to go do that.
I'm
sing along.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to that.
Yeah, when you find out more info, let me know.
I think they got tickets up already. I don't know. We'll look. Okay. Omega's like petting Batcher. Batcher just sitting there eating all red-eyed. You think Wrecker gave Batcher some clone weed or something? That's why her eyes are all red.
Maybe. June 23rd is when it comes out.
Okay. I'm there.
Theaters near me.
There's no theaters near you, sir.
There's not. It's a 30-minute drive anywhere to watch a movie.
So he's getting a call, and then it's Scorch, and he's like, "Have you neutralized the operative?" And he's like, "I'm close. I have a visual on Dr. Hemlock's prime target." And it's like, "Is it confirmed? It's her. She's with a group of rogue clones. Send the coordinates and prepare the recovery strike team. The girl must be taken alive." And they must have been on standby because they came quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They were there in an instant. Not across the galaxy.
No, they were following him.
So the operative runs back in. And then they're sitting there going, they go back to the clone and they look at him, and he looks up at him, and then he sees Crosshair.
He looks at him.
And the way he looked at when boy meets clone. Well, this is interesting. He kind of looks shocked. He's got this look, and then Crosshair understands immediately. He's like, "We need to leave now. If you want to answer so badly, why aren't you asking him?" And it's the assassin.
Yeah, why don't you
now
ask
look
him,
at him?
like talking about Crosshair?
Yeah, he's like, "Right, brother?" And Crosshair just looks at him.
Right, brothers. We already have spaceships.
We can already fly.
Haha.
Ha! Look at these ridiculously sized weights. And he's like, he's lying. And then the assassin's like, "You're right about one thing. They're all coming for you."
Bum, bum, bum.
And then Crosshair just looks, and then you hear an explosion, and everything is exploding, and clones are dying.
Yeah,
Clones
as
are
they
dying.
do.
Super frying.
That's a good pause.
Oh, it was, yeah.
Yeah, the assassin is just like he was already like tried to off himself once. He's like, "If I blow up, I blow up."
This assassin, look, he's got werewolf eyes.
He does, and very well manicured like eyebrows. Like they're
they are.
They're well shaped. Yeah,
the Empire really takes care of you. They've got a good health plan.
Do you think they have a person for that? Like there's like each station, like there's like a day spa. You don't see it, right?
It's Big Gay Al, the clone.
It's ready for some cupping. Whoa, no, not like that, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe a little.
No, like the Korean cupping, the Chinese, with the globes and leaves the red marks.
Yeah, it's good for the things, apparently.
Things.
Come out looking like I came out of a tube in a Matrix.
Yep. And all of a sudden you see a shot as they open the door, and the assassin's dead.
Right, the assassin got assassinated. Shot and then through the heart.
And you're no clone.
Yep. Oh, yeah, he's dead.
He's dead. And you're dead. They're all taking cover, and then
the circular like table data center thing that they were at, like they take cover behind those a lot in Star Wars. Like that's like the go-to. We're in a fight, there's a room, where's the round table thing that we push the buttons on that we can hide behind.
And then this assassin sees this little hand coming up. It's like a little kid. It's like looking for candy, except he's pushing stuff on it, and then he shoots the power on it, and it explodes. And you think the clone's okay. I think that's Gregor. I don't know. No, that wasn't Gregor. This is unnamed clone, maybe. Oh, it's the override for the door. That's right.
So that's a Gregor
because the power was
clone
cut.
gain is who it is. He's a mountain of a clone.
A mountain of a
Gregor
clone
mountain.
mountain.
Yeah. Anyway.
Look, that's Cloaca. Oh, maybe that's one of the androgynous clones that look like Emery.
Which one?
Cloaca.
I see what you did there. I see what you did.
You're welcome. So the clone, this one clone runs at him, the assassin, with a flamethrower and gets shot and knocks over a bunch of grenades, which fall into the flamethrower. Well, what happens when boy meets girl?
Explosions.
And that's what we got. the base is coming down on top of them. Rex runs out, and they're blocked off. And that one clone is definitely dead. All you saw was a foot sticking out.
Yeah, he didn't quite make it. There's a lot of clone death.
And now we see outside the base, it pans to space, and 2 jump ships, transport ships.
Yeah, so they've got a big ship close by too, probably.
Yeah,
if that's one of the jump ships.
And then we see Scorch, and we see the clone troopers, couple clone troopers, and then you see this one, and I knew exactly who this was from the back of the helmet because it looks like a tail, and then you see this looks like a mouth as he turns his head, and then he turns all the way around, and it's Wolf. It's Commander Wolf. Why is this significant? We haven't seen Wolf since Clone Wars, I believe. We'll see him again in Rebels. But this is super important because this is Dave Filoni's favorite animal is a wolf, which is why he was created. And Dave's bounty hunter in Mandalorian Season 3 was a wolf name too. Oh, what was it? Mandalorian wolf name. It was Trapper Wolf.
Okay.
Trapper Wolf MD. And he said our orders to retrieve the target alive. And they're like, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And that's where they end it. Good episode.
It was.
This totally furthers the story a lot too.
I gotta finish getting caught up. I think I'm like 2 episodes from being completely caught up right now.
Oh, yeah, because they released another double episode this week, which is why we're so
behind. I know. We can't keep up.
But it's good. This week's episodes, I will tell you, left me extremely depressed.
Well, I started to watch them yesterday, but it was in the middle of the day, and my curtains do not get dark enough to be able to watch that show during the day.
Your curtains don't match the drapes?
They might.
Carpet?
They might. But yeah, so a good episode. I'm anxious for the final episode to be released. I want to see how all this wraps up. I'm getting impatient.
Me too.
Let me know what happens.
I will tell you, it comes out the same night as X-Men, and X-Men 97 has been everything.
I still haven't watched. I've watched. I was going to start watching that, but I went back to rewatch the old original one first.
Oh, it's so good. So with that, this has been Every Man's Guide to Nerddom. I'm Chris.
I'm Kyle, and wherever you guys are, please have a great nighttime, morning time, evening time, whatever time it is, wherever you are, and please be good to each other.
Stay fresh, cheese bags, and this one's for Jethro.
Nerd,
and I love you.
Rise up. It could get elevated. Nerdcore could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerdcore used to be just a made-up word. MCs shied away.